He's not as efficient, and he's going to get tired easier.
Pac-Man comeback? What's going on? Manny Pacquiao is coming back for another fight against Mario Barrios for the WBC Welterweight Championship, I believe. Is that something, or it's just?
I don't know.
Tabloids?
I don't know. I keep laughing about that fight.
Just take into account the last time he stepped foot in that ring, man, against Ugas. You know, he didn't look good. He was outmatched by, you know, a fighter.
Joe Rogan slammed Manny Pacquiao's comeback fight, saying it's a dangerous mistake. On his podcast, Rogan said it's crazy for Pacquiao, now 46, to step back into the ring against a younger fighter like Mario Barrios. While he praised Pacquiao's legacy, Rogan warned that this fight could seriously damage his health and reputation. He questioned if the boxing legend is chasing glory at the cost of his safety.
Would you want to see Boots versus Barrios? Of course. I like to see Boots just in there, period. But that lets you know how much you need people like Barrios. Because people who got something to lose, or not even something to lose, people who are superstars in their head, don't fight everybody. That's why I say Sean Porter kept the welterweight division alive. He fought them all. Barrios is doing the same thing. You need Barrios. You need people like Barrios, because you know Barrios will take the fight with Boots.
The Pacquiao versus Barrios fight is shaping up as a risky gamble, pitting an aging legend against a younger, stronger opponent. Pacquiao's experience and ring smarts are undeniable, but at 46, his body may not keep up, especially against someone like Barrios, who has the height, reach, and youthful energy to cause serious problems. Pacquiao's return to boxing hasn't followed a normal path. After retiring to focus on politics, he came back for a dull exhibition in 2024 against a Japanese kickboxer. Still, he insists he's ready, pointing to his 2019 win over Keith Thurman and saying he hasn't taken much damage lately. But critics argue that past glory and wishful thinking aren't enough to survive today's brutal competition.
Pacquiao could possibly face Mario Barrios.
Mario Barrios. Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao is 45 years old. What you think of that fight?
Sound like Pacquiao trying to hit a lick, you know what I mean? But Pacquiao not Pacquiao no more. It's tough to go against him in this situation, because if it was some years ago, Pacquiao would beat Barrios. But right now, Barrios, with his momentum, might beat Pacquiao up. You know what I mean? Not knock him out, but you know what I mean? Beat him on the cards, beat him behind that jab.
Similar to like Ugas, the Ugas fight?
Yeah, like that. It's a good fight, but it's more of a good fight for Barrios. Pacquiao don't need it, but Pacquiao want to come back, and he want to come back with a bang, so I mean, why not? If he can make it happen, make it happen.
Joe Rogan has always respected Manny Pacquiao, calling him one of boxing's all-time greats. He often talks about Pacquiao's insane speed, tireless work ethic, and humble roots, rising from poverty in the Philippines to become the only 8-division world champ ever. Rogan admires how Pacquiao stayed dangerous even late in his career, taking on younger fighters with heart and grit. George Kambosos Jr., another tough fighter, has trained with Pacquiao and credits him for shaping his mental toughness, calling him a living legend and the ultimate warrior. But when it comes to the much-hyped Pacquiao versus Mayweather fight, Rogan didn't hold back. He was let down, like many fans, saying the bout was boring and came way too late. Both men were past their prime, and Pacquiao was secretly dealing with a shoulder injury. Rogan did praise Mayweather's slick defense, but said the fight lacked fireworks and felt more like a business deal than a battle between legends. He's convinced that if they had fought years earlier, it would have been an all-out war with a totally different result.
And so who are they talking about Pacquiao matching up with next?
He chasing the Mayweather.
Of course.
So
why not?
Right.
Floyd, come on. I know you love money. He was saying that he thinks Floyd's out of money already, because he says Floyd spends so much money, he's probably already out of it.
Well, he spend money too. I think Pacquiao spend more money than Floyd on everybody else.
Oh, that's right, because he's got like 50 people that he just like has supported. Yeah, I mean he's an interesting guy, man, because he's so friendly.
Right.
You know, like Pat. Even like when people are trash talking, he's like smiling, and then he gets in that ring.
Kick your later.
Different dude. Right. Once he steps through that roast, like this is a whole different set of rules he's flying with.
Like Keith Thurman talking about you gonna crucify him and stuff like that, and he just
don't say that. Yeah.
And got crucified.
Yeah, but he's super
I wish you the best
too.
Good luck in the fight.
Good luck in the fight. He's a killer pool player. Did you know that about Pacquiao?
No, I didn't.
Like world class. Like he could play pool professional.
On the Joe Rogan Experience, boxing champ Terrence Crawford opened up about a major regret. never getting to fight Manny Pacquiao. Crawford said he chased that fight for 5 years, seeing it as a key moment to cement his legacy. He blamed boxing politics and promoters, who, in his words, were protecting Pacquiao from dangerous matchups late in his career. Rogan agreed, slamming the sport's behind-the-scenes power plays that kill great fights before they happen. Both praised Pacquiao's rise from poverty to 8th division champion, but Crawford hinted that Pacquiao had help along the way, implying his record wasn't built purely on merit. Rogan and Crawford both said a Crawford versus Pacquiao fight would have been electric. Youth and skill versus experience and heart. Instead, it never happened. Another victim of boxing's broken system. Still, they respected Pacquiao's legacy, even as they questioned how some of it was managed.
He's an interesting guy, man, because he's so friendly.
Right.
You know, like even like when people are trash talking, he's like smiling, and then he gets in that ring. Different fucking dude. Right. Once he steps through that roast, like this is a whole different set of rules he's flying with.
Like, Keith Thurman talking about you gonna crucify him and stuff like that, and he just
don't say that. Yeah,
and got crucified.
Yeah, but he's.
I wish you the best too. Good luck in that fight.
Good luck in the fight.
I already said he's got these T-Rex arms. Everybody's talking about how fast he is. Manny Pacquiao, T-Rex arm. Pop, pop, pop.
Pacquiao. Oh, down goes Thurman! And let me tell you, that was just a quick punch. Pacquiao again, the aggressor. See? Now the response by Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao.
Love him or hate him, Manny Pacquiao's name still stirs the boxing world and sparks heated debates among legends like Joe Rogan, Terrence Crawford, and fans everywhere. As the drama unfolds and the risks get higher, one thing's clear. Pacquiao's story isn't over yet.
It's a very contentious subject, like, people moaning about Manny Pacquiao. I think Manny Pacquiao is still good enough to beat most fighters in the top 20 at 147 pounds. He's clearly not the fighter that he once was. You're not going to be at that age. My problem is that he's been inactive for quite a long time. Like we were talking about fighting him with Conor Benn maybe 6 months ago or a year, and every month or 3 months or 6 months that passes, you do become a lot older. So, I guess there's two questions. One is, should he be fighting again? And at the end of the day, if he's good enough to beat everybody outside of the top 20 in the world, then why not? But should he be fighting for the world title? I guess that's another question. In the commercial world of boxing, the answer is yeah, probably. In the ratings world and activity world, the answer is probably not.
Want more unfiltered takes, legendary insights, and breakdowns of the fights that matter? Hit that subscribe button and stay in the ring with us, because the real fight is just getting started.